They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Hello and welcome to our country kitchen. And you know what? That might be anywhere. It could be in the cabin.
That's right.
It could be in the smoker. Well, we won't get in the smoker.
I don't want to get in the smoker.
No, it could be regarding the smoker. It could be down on the grill.
That's right.
It could be on the patio.
That's right.
There's a lot of places. Any place can be your kitchen if you're cooking outdoors. Right. We got some easy, wonderful stuff for you today. Inspired by our grandparents.
That's right.
Oh, you look ravishing.
Oh, thank you. You look pretty nice yourself.
Oh, pretty nice?
Yeah, you still letting your hair grow?
Yeah, but I'm going to be mountain man type.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyhow, pork.
That's right.
We've had a lot of stuff. We've had some pork here lately. We had some chicken. We try to mix it around. But you know what? Not too long ago, I had a memory of a recipe that you made, and I asked you about it, and you said, "Oh, that's Grandma's recipe."
From her restaurant.
Exactly.
That's right.
Now today we're dealing with your grandmother.
That's right.
My grandfather. Look at this picture of my grandfather, and look at the personality that oozes out of this picture. He was a character.
He looks like a character.
He was, that smile he's got on his face, I wish you could have heard his laugh, because it would knock everybody in the room down. If you heard Papa laugh,
you had to laugh with him probably.
You'd be on the floor crying. Yeah. So we miss Papa Harlan, we miss your grandma. I never met her, I wish I could have. But through their memories and the recipes they have, we honor our elders.
Right.
Now, not too long ago, like I said, I was craving something different. Tell me what your grandmother used to make. Just kind of where it started and how she made it.
Well, this was her book again. Remember that wonderful book I found? And I looked through the names of the people, and she has Dolores Grunwald named on this. She was from Michigan. So it was just friends of ours, and she did.
It was her recipes,
all her
but
recipes.
she gave everybody a plug.
And Dolores went to church with my parents, and that's how she met her. So
she got one under here under your name.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have a couple recipes.
She was a sweet woman, and she wanted to give everybody recognition. That's right. Even though these are all her recipes from her restaurant.
Right. And this one she used to make in the restaurant in big pans, I think. So we're only going to make 2 today, but you could see when you have this how you could make a huge pan and just serve them. They're delicious.
And they're delicious. And it's really something kind of different, kind of unusual. It's not what we would normally have.
On a pork chop.
But man, what a taste. We're going to honor my grandfather with his tomato preserves.
Those are delicious.
Now, we've already done this recipe. If you'd like to see it, you have to check on our YouTube page or take a look back. So we're going to have Papa Harlan's tomato preserves on some big cat head biscuits. Okay.
Yum.
Yeah. Now, if you want some big old biscuits, today we're going to give you our recipe, our fail-safe, what do they call them? They used to have books like Biscuits for Dummies, such and such for dummies. 3 ingredients.
That's right.
Guess who? Mrs. Weisenberger.
The biscuit queen.
The biscuit queen gave us this. You cannot go wrong. If you mess it up,
there's no way to mess it up. They're too easy and too wonderful.
Well, there's some people that could probably mess it up. But we're not going to mess those up today. If you like big old cat head biscuits, and there's a reason we're having some biscuits, because on the side, we always like to have a little preserves, little tomato preserves.
Like in the old days, you got to have a little.
And we visited with somebody right here in Kentucky who, that's all they do.
Makes preserves.
Makes preserves and jellies and pickles and so on and so forth. We're going to visit Peg's Pantry. But something you might have thought, why are they not showing Murphy? Remember the dog? Remember your Christmas present? Murphy's out and about. We haven't been showing him much. We've been scratching his head and scratching his ears. But here's the deal. I was talking to Kelly Yates about the sheep. Okay? And I said, you know, these dogs are different. I have been around bird dogs and folks who train bird dogs, and I learned from them and could train my dogs. But these dogs are a different breed. When they look at you, their little wheels are spinning. They're sharp dogs. So what I don't want to do, and I finally got him to the point where he's ready to train, but I thought, I do not want to mess this up.
Yeah.
Because I've never done this before. And way back when, I could do this. But Kelly's got a lady who lives in Indiana who does this. We're going to take Murph and have him evaluated. If he turns out that he can do this for us, great.
Wonderful.
If he can't, then he's going to be a lap dog.
Yeah, just hang out.
And not all dogs are meant to. I've had bird dogs that weren't very good bird dogs, and they ended up being,
He looks smart though.
well, they're all smart.
Yeah, he's got that look on his face.
But we're going to Indiana very shortly to visit with a lady who does this. She has sheep. She's very sharp. She's been doing this a long
interesting.
time. Speaking of evaluation, I've already evaluated these pork chops and making my mouth water. So let's have an overview of how this recipe works. Tell me what you do.
All right, pork chops. Now in this recipe it says 4 or 5, but we're going to do 2.
It's just us today.
Yeah, it's just us today, so we'll just do that. And all that's involved in this is some celery, which is different, no onions. We're gonna have butter, some mustard, and some brown sugar. And we're gonna cut up tomatoes and a little sauce, salt and pepper. And it's pretty simple, and just let it cook for a few hours. So the first thing I wanna do though is we're going to go ahead and get some butter in our pan and chop up celery. So instead of sauteing onions, we're gonna saute some celery in a pan.
But you know what? Before we go too much farther, we were looking for a different idea. So we went to the store to get some ideas. Let's go visit. We got things a little bit backwards. Let's go to the store and then come back here.
Okay.
We are starving. It's a dangerous thing to go to the store,
It
Lauren,
really is.
when you're hungry because your cart seems to be a lot fuller when you come out. Thanks for having us out today.
We're always happy to have
As
you.
I walk in the door, I see some yellow tomatoes and I say, I gotta have one of those.
They're gorgeous.
Perfect.
Yeah, right?
Let's do that. Let me up a good one. Let me up 2. Now, see what we're planning today is a whole meal. Now, we did fish last week, fresh fish, fresh
Yes.
amberjack, fresh cod. So we've been doing a lot of red meat, so on and so forth. So help me today. Something different?
Pork chops. Local pork chops.
I'm in.
Yeah?
Because NICKI, who's standing back here, she has her grandmother's recipe.
I've already heard about this.
That
This
will
is
be,
well known.
It's going to be in a Dutch oven. That's going to be
Ooh,
real. Oh,
okay.
do we need tomatoes for that too?
More
so let's use
tomatoes.
fresh tomatoes.
There we
Oh,
go.
so I have to get some more,
All right.
more tomatoes
We've
from
got green, we've
Casey
got
County.
red, and they're all from Casey County Organics.
NICKI, if you will, NICKI's going to off camera here, but she's going to pick up some tomatoes for that particular recipe. All right.
Ah,
So let's go
Yeah.
on a question. Let's see
All
what
right.
we see. You know what else she picked
load
up?
up our cart here. Oh, yes.
I've never seen those before.
Pink lemonade blueberries. Okay, and we've also got cotton candy grapes right now. And the flavors are crazy. Now, okay, just try one.
I've already got one stuck in my teeth.
You have one
know
stuck
what
here.
it is.
I'm going to try one too. It's got this tartness of a pink lemonade somehow, but it's got that natural sweetness of a blueberry too.
Now, I like blueberries. NICKI's crazy about them. I could eat those all day long.
Oh yeah, just pop them in your mouth as a snack. Really good. And the cotton candy grapes, same
Does
thing.
it taste like cotton candy?
Yeah.
All right, let's go try those.
Yeah,
All right,
let's
brother.
try them.
Cotton candy grapes.
Cotton candy grapes.
Now,
They taste.
I've
Tell me.
I've got to tell the truth. I actually had one a second ago, and as soon as that thing pops,
I'm gonna join you. Just like you're at the fair, right?
I gotta have that.
Okay. We will put this
Organic.
in the basket. They're
That's that.
organic. They're very, very seasonal. So people go crazy when they see them, and that's why, because they taste just like cotton candy.
Man, what if you took some pink lemonade, blueberries, some of that, some watermelon?
Oh
and
yeah,
all
make a
right, are
little
you
fruit
serious?
salad. That would be good.
Okay, NICKI said we need some celery. I see
Celery?
something right here.
We got some organic right there. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good stuff. We try to pack a lot into a small amount of space, but with the Kentucky growing season really taking off, we have to find more space because there's so much locally grown produce here now.
Oh, I got it. No, look right here. You gotta have some summer squash.
Yes.
There's something I know. I mean,
Oh,
you just got
love
to.
it.
Along with those pork chops, are you kidding me?
Yes, yes. I love
Gotta have
squash.
some of
I
that.
love the zucchini. We've got them here from Casey County as well, and really good on the grill too.
I need some mustard for NICKI's recipe.
And we've got quite a few different options. We've got Rattlesnake Hill Farm. We've got stuff from Wallace Station. We've got Sunflower Sundries, and we've got Kentucky Smoke and Grill. This is one that it's kind of my go-to here. It is Kentucky proud here. They make a lot of great barbecue sauces as well. But it's a husband and wife team, and they come and sample with us quite a bit, just out of Danville.
I think maybe we need to visit them.
I think you should.
And you know what? Just that name. Are you kidding me? Kentucky Smoke and Grill?
Yeah.
That's enough to make me want to drink it. I'm good
We'll
to go.
try it out. It'll be good on some pork.
Hey, we're getting there. Let's work our way towards the pork. And I know she's going to want to pick some dairy products.
Oh,
along
for
the
sure.
way. All right, I need something for my coffee.
Something for your coffee. So you want the half and half, or you want the whipping cream? How thick are you gonna
No,
make
let's
it?
go heavy.
Okay.
Let's go whipping cream.
All right, we've got this organic whipping cream, and I know how you like that milk with the cream on the top. This is a cream with that cream top as
Now,
well.
I'm lucky, I'm fortunate that I can have my own honey, but in the middle of the day, that 2 o'clock, lull, and you still got to do something.
Yep.
I get me a big old cup of coffee, put me some
with
cream
that
in it,
good
and like
cream.
2 tablespoons of honey in it.
Oh, wow.
I'm good to go.
Phew. That's a kick in the pants.
My heels up. NICKI insists on pork chops, but if you had her grandmother's pork chop recipe,
I would probably
you'd
be
understand.
insisting on it
And it's so
too.
simple, but it's so delicious.
Yeah, that's the best recipes. That's what they are.
So
Yep.
tell us about your pork.
So we've got some Stone Cross Farm pork loin chops grown just down the street in Taylorsville, Kentucky. And they're super delicious, juicy, and you know that they have been slaughtered very recently because they are local.
That's what I'm talking
Good
about.
and fresh.
Let's grab 2 packs of that.
Okay, here we go. Some
Trust
big
me.
ones for big appetites,
There
right?
we go.
All right. And was Nikki saying she wanted some pate
Oh yeah,
as
she
well?
want to make some pates.
Okay.
So what do you got in the smoked salmon realm?
Well, we've got this Shuckman's. Have you guys had this before? Out of
I've
Louisville?
had that.
Yeah, this stuff's pretty good. It depends on what you want for your pate. There's some leaner cuts and some fattier cuts, but this is the trout too.
Now some things are actually made in store.
That's right. We've got lots of great meals that you can just grab them and go. Super easy, but one great thing that we make from scratch here is the mozzarella.
Ooh,
And it's perfect. It's so light. It's
Yeah.
so delicious when the weather warms up a little bit.
Thank you so much for spending
Thanks
time
for
with us
coming,
today.
Tim. Great to see you guys.
All righty, good seeing you. Now, here's something we found, and it's called Kentucky's Smoking Grill.
Yeah, Lauren said it was good. Let me smell that.
Just smell that.
perfect. That's perfect for this
Isn't that
recipe.
beautiful?
Yes.
Hey, we might have to visit with them. Kentucky Proud,
Really?
Kentucky Collection.
That's some
I
good
think
stuff.
I think I could melt that and drink it. Anyhow, we're going to use that in the recipe. How about knowing where your mustard comes from?
That's right. Everything
By
here.
golly.
We know where everything's from here. So we're going to saute some celery, and once that's, and it doesn't have to go very long. We want it a little crunchy. Then we're going to salt and pepper our pork chops and throw them in and brown them in there with the celery.
Okay.
Then we're going to leave all that right where it is. We're going to take this new mustard we got, and we're going to put a little bit on each side,
Gotcha.
slab it on there, flip them over, slab a little more. Then we're going to pour on top of that, I have a little bit, probably about a cup of tomato sauce.
All right.
And I only took about a cup of our tomatoes we put up. We're going to pour that on top. Then we're going to take brown sugar, about a tablespoon or 2, and sprinkle that over the top. Sound good? And then
That sounds yummy.
Organic tomatoes we got here, we're going to chop those up, throw those on top too, and let it cook for 2 hours.
2 hours. Now, here's what might happen during the cooking process. If your coals, if you see that they're kind of slimming down, and
Right.
just replace them. Not too long ago on Facebook, a fella asked, well, how do I know? Just kind of watch. You know
Right.
how much is on the top or on the bottom according to the temperature of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So we're cooking in a 10-inch pan for your pork chops, and we're going 350. What's the, how much on the bottom, how much on the top?
714. I got it memorized.
Perfect, perfect. All right, so let's get this thing started. All right, now, we're making big cat head biscuits today.
Yum.
All right, this entails 2 cups self-rising flour.
That's
You don't
right.
have to put anything in it, it's already ready to go. So let's take some of our lard,
Which is the best in the world.
the best in the world. Now that's, you can tell that's not,
It smells
leaf-
good.
I'm telling you what, that's not pure leaf lard, but that's some we did ourselves.
About a third a cup of that. And this lard is the best ever. It makes
For
everything better.
pastries, for anything
Everything.
that has to do with baking.
It's the best.
And that's, for years and years they told us not to do that. Then they find out lard in its purest form, if you use the leaf lard, it's solid white, so on and
Right.
so forth. All right, you making your little divot
My little
there,
hole.
remember Miss Helen?
That's right.
All right, now you're gonna pour 3/4 cup of buttermilk in there.
That's right.
Then we're gonna mix that up. Now, why are we making big cat head biscuits? Because we gotta have something to put our tomato preserves
That's
on
right.
that we made
That's right.
in honor of Papa Harlan.
That's right.
But guess what? If you don't want to go to the mess and trouble of doing your own preserves, I know where you can get them. You know where?
Where?
Peg's Pantry.
Okay, there
Let's
you
go
go.
see her. All right, we're in Paris at Peg's Pantry. Man, that's a lot of peas.
I know.
And you know what?
Paris, Kentucky.
Paris, Kentucky. Now, we have mutual friends.
Yes,
and
we
she
do.
told me, Angie is her name.
Yes.
She messaged me a long time ago. She said, you need to do a show with this lady. Well, next thing you know, I get this little basket with all these fancy schmancy looking little jars, and I think, I wonder if it's going to be any good. So I take it home, and they're little bitty jars, and every one of them is wonderful. So we took the peach immediately and made a roll up, and I thought, we absolutely now have to visit. Okay, let's just grab something here.
Okay.
Ooh, bread and butter pickles. That's what I'm talking about. Spicy,
Bread and butter.
even better.
Spicy. They've got Tabasco peppers in them, and they will set you free.
Now, let me ask you this. Most of the stuff we're looking here, was it grown in your beautiful garden out here?
A lot of it was grown in my garden.
Gotcha.
Now, I've got strawberries and I have blackberries,
Right.
but I don't have peaches. I have to buy those.
Well, yeah.
Just about all of the vegetables were grown in my garden.
Now, are these old recipes that come from your family? Is it just stuff that you've been doing for years and experimenting with it, or how did these come about?
One of these is an old recipe. It is my grandmother's apple butter. It took 7 years to perfect this because, you know, back in the 1900s, they didn't write anything down.
No.
I'm talking about, she was born in 1901. They didn't write anything down. So she could tell me what was in it, pinch and a dash, and, you know, just throw it in there. But I finally got it perfected, and my uncle said, you got it. That's as close to Mom's as you're going to get.
So basically, now it's funny how our olfactories and everything works. You remember the taste, they remember the taste. So you went around the table and said, okay, is this it? And
Yes.
they said, got it.
Yes.
That's kind of cool, right?
She used to make it in a cannery in North Middletown. Hotter than blue blazes, I'm just telling you. It was
man.
so hot in there.
People think they
And
got it
she
so
made
rough
it-
nowadays, they don't have a clue, do they?
Oh, they don't have a clue. She made it in tin cans, just like peas or corn or anything like that. And it was so thick, she'd open the top and the bottom, just like you used to be able to do with the old cranberry sauce.
Push it out.
Push it through there. We just thought it was the best thing since hot apple butter. That's where we got that, evidently, because it's wonderful.
While everybody's mouth's watering, they're going to want to know, where in the world can I get this? Where can I get your products?
You can get my products at Windy Corner, and they also use my salsa, my mild salsa, on their breakfast burritos. You can get it at the Paris Bourbon County Farmers Market. You can get it at Wines on Vine Restaurant, Old Vine Street in Lexington. Elements Clay Studio gift shop in Lawrenceburg. They're right beside Four Roses Distillery, and I make a bourbon peach jam for them and use Four Roses bourbon.
By golly.
It's pretty good.
I know it's pretty good. Do you ship it? If people
Yes.
ask for it? So if
I
somebody
do
wanted something,
ship.
they could ship. Oh, gotcha.
I don't have a website up right at the moment. I'm working on one.
Well, let's run through your lineup here. I see Granny's apple butter.
Granny's apple butter in memory of my dear grandmother, Letha Doyle Adams.
See, that's what I like. I like tradition.
I love it. Peach. I do buy peaches, and I buy these from a local orchard, Reeves Valley Orchard here in Paris on Townsend Valley Road. Strawberry. I have my own strawberries.
Tomato preserves.
This is very old.
My papa loved tomato preserves.
This tomato preserves is a very, very old recipe. You can do all kinds of things with it, but Granny and Paul just put it on their toast and their biscuits. And this is my salsa. I make it in mild, medium, and hot. And the medium is pretty dang
The
hot.
medium's pretty warm. I'll give you that.
That's the pepper jelly.
Pepper jelly. Kelly makes pepper jelly.
Oh, and this is so good with lamb. It's good with pork, with beef. So many people serve this with pork. Also, you can serve it as cream cheese, with cream cheese and crackers, just as an appetizer, and it's wonderful.
Oh, that does sound
The
good.
carrot cake jam is wonderful with cream cheese and crackers as an appetizer. This Chow is a green tomato relish, and this is very old.
That's your number one seller.
This is my number one relish seller. This and the carrot cake are the two best. This is very, very old. This is what they used to do. My favorite is the sweet pickle relish.
Right.
It's just got a little more sweetness to it. It's got the cucumber versus the tomatoes and the cabbage. All of my jams are very nice and thick. Very beautiful.
And you go to the extra little bit of work to make them look pretty too.
I have a sister that helps me. Her name is Connie Nippenberg. She works very hard. She's sitting back there, but she's a
being
big
real
chicken.
quiet. She's going to sing for us
She is.
at the end of the show, right?
She is.
So
But,
what would you like to say to folks out there who want to try your stuff? I've tried it, and I've tried a bunch of it, and everything I've tried is just magnificent. You know, here's the thing about this and that. Some people have the gift, some people don't. We're joking about singing. Somebody who doesn't have an ear, they shouldn't be singing.
That's right.
Some people can cook, some people can't. You got the gift. So it's nice that you're able to share this with folks out there.
I started canning in 1985. I would always watch my grandparents, my grandmothers, both of them canned. I loved watching them. It was just so wonderful to see them go out in the garden and get it all cleaned off and, you know, start to finish, there it is.
Well, thank you so much for visiting with us today. We're going to take a peek out in this rain and take a look at
Okay.
your garden. What is this
I
little
do want
gift
you to
package?
know we also do gift packaging.
Wow.
My sister Connie does this, the one that's hiding.
The singer?
Yes. We make all different kinds of packaging. We make baskets. We will send any of this stuff off. We love doing it exactly what you want.
Thank you so much for visiting with us today.
Thank you.
Now, since Peg sent us home with packing with some preserves, we're gonna have a little stuff. We got a variety of stuff we can put on our cat head biscuits. And you say, what's a cat head biscuit? It's a biscuit the size of a cat's head.
All right. You want these nice and thick, don't you?
Yeah, you know, if you're gonna make big old thick biscuits, you gotta, I'd say about like that.
There.
Yep. And we're gonna use just a canning lid.
It's the best biscuit maker in the world.
Perfect. Now we're going to take a 12-inch pan, okay? Because these are big old biscuits. And we're going to put a little bit of lard in the bottom of that. And what temperature we're going? 450 degrees.
That's right.
Why? Now, you know another great thing about this right here? 10 to 12 minutes.
That's right.
Now, 450 degrees in that steel trap mind of yours.
2211.
2211.
Got
You
it?
are brilliant, Mrs. Farmer.
Thank you so much.
So basically, that's why they're going to cook so quick. Look, look at that. Looks good without even. I'd eat one of those.
I know it. They look delicious.
450 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. They got to be good and hot, and you got to get your pan hot first. Have your lard in the bottom ready to go, because that top and bottom needs to be hot, and
That's
they go
right.
pretty quick. All right, you ready, Mrs. Farmer?
I am. Yum.
Smoke rolls.
Doesn't that look good?
Looks delicious. And it smells heavenly.
Doesn't it?
I wonder if Grandma Calicarinus's influences were a little bit from her husband with the brown sugar, and you know, he likes cinnamon on a lot of stuff.
He was a great cook. The wild game.
Look at that. Look at that. Does that not look
That looks
beautiful?
delicious.
Somewhere under there is a smothered pork chop. Now look here. Let's take out one of these big cat head biscuits. That's perfect.
Yum.
I tell you what, let's do. Let's go ahead and carve that open. Look, that butter was sitting there for a reason. To
Let
get
it-
room temperature. Go ahead and crack one of
Get
those
that
open,
open.
if you will. Tell me that's not the perfect biscuit.
That is the perfect biscuit.
Now I get a big slab of butter.
Is that too big of a slab?
That's a big slab. I tell you what, the tomatoes that we did look very similar to hers.
Right.
I don't know if it's the
They
same
do,
recipe
don't
or
they?
not, but that's Papa Harlan's. Now let's dig around there to the front. This is, oh man, you know how I love carrot cake.
Oh wow, look at this.
That's what I'm talking about.
You want that pretty thick?
So are we cheating by going straight to preserves on our biscuit? Let's do tomato preserves on one,
All right.
and
Yum.
that's what I'm talking about. Remember we talked about as kids, anywhere we went, they always had some kind of sweet relish.
did,
So we're
yes.
not really cheating.
No, you have to have
In
this.
fact,
Oh,
if
yum.
you think about it, that's carrot cake, so there's our vegetable, and that's
right.
tomatoes.
Yeah. We got our meat and we
and
got
our
celery.
meat. All right, Mrs. Runner, look at that.
Breaks right apart.
Now, if you don't, oh man, if you don't cowboy cook it, Dutch oven it, you can put this in a crock pot,
We'll
put
cook
the
all
oven.
day. What do you think about that?
Oh wow.
I love it. She served this in the restaurant. I would have bought this, would you?
I find it interesting that she didn't use onions, because you get more of the sweet.
Right.
I
No
really
onions.
like that.
The celery
I
and
really, really, really like that.
you got the hot from the mustard and you got the sweet from the brown sugar.
Wow. I'll grab the carrot cake.
I'll do tomato. We'll do a switch.
Tomato. Oh, it's like carrot cake.
That's good. That's a good biscuit too. Yum.
That is stupendous.
4 ingredients.
It's hard for me to sit here and look at it and not eat it, but Kelly told me not to talk with my mouth full.
And she wants a bite too.
She wants a bite too.
Okay.
There's another pork chop over here.
Should we eat it? Or let her have it?
You think she could get here before we eat it all?
Let's hurry up and eat it.
That was a fun show.
Yes, it was.
And you know what? There's another new one coming up next week. But if you're happening to looking for some recipes that we just might have out there, where would you find them?
TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com.
Aha! There's 800 gazillion,
Wow.
bazillion, trizillion.
That went up a lot.
Oh yeah, went up a lot. And we do have people that watch us from all over the world on YouTube. And if you are not our Facebook friend,
Why not?
what are you waiting for? All you got to do is click the like button,
right.
and
That's
boom,
right.
you're on. And we talk, discuss. Now, sometimes we're really busy. It may take us a day or two to get back
Right.
if you ask a question. And I guess that wraps it up. I guess we're going to have to eat the rest of this. Oh,
ready.
what a bummer.
I know.
Perfect biscuit, 3 ingredients.
Yes.
You got to try it. Until next week, it's all about
Good times
good friends.
and really good eats.
See you next week in a brand new Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
To order a cookbook, please call 502-319-0487 or email timfarmerck@gmail.com. Special thanks to CKY, Canoe Kentucky, Furniture World Superstore, Housewarmings, Lodge Cast Iron, Tater Knob Pottery and Farm,